Welcome back to the channel, guys. 297 Months here, back with another video for you today. Today will be part 4 of my dream garage restoration. As you guys can see behind me, I did the lighting of my garage. Everything looks pretty nice, very nice and clear. I used to work with this light. They do a great job. There's nothing wrong with this specific light, but most of the time it was still dark, especially in the winter time. Now all year round I can actually work inside of my garage or do anything. Under the hood of the car will be a different story, so I'm still undecided which kind of light I'm gonna go with, but that's for another video. Now for this system, as you guys can see, there's not a lot of wires. I tried to hide them as much as I can. You can see a little bit here, a little bit there. But the most important part about this whole setup, I had no need to cut one wire. I am not an electrician, so with that being said, let me show you guys how it works. So, inside of my laundry room, I have the switch. Look at this. Boom, dark, and the light goes on. So it's connected to my regular switch, and that was what I was really wanting, because there are different systems you can do. You need to slice wires. Again, I'm not an electrician. I'm not gonna say I have not done it before, but the most important part for me is once I hit the garage door, all those lights does not go on, because when you're leaving your house in the morning, either 6 or 7 in the morning, especially in winter time, it's still very dark out there. So I don't want to put too much light on my eye that early in the morning. Would it be a good way to wake up? Maybe, but I don't think it's a smart way, because your retina will appreciate that. So also, every product I used in this video, I will leave a link down into the description for you. Even the things that I went to grab from Home Depot here locally where I live, I will leave a link down into the description that will make your life also easier. A few things like this center capsule and everything like that, I actually upgraded it from my original video. As I was recording, you can see that it was like all dusted and painted, and since I'm doing everything nice and clean, I went ahead and also bought that one and upgraded it. So I will leave everything again down into the description. There's 3 other videos how I started this garage. As you guys can see, obviously the floor is not done yet. So if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, please subscribe to the channel. Let's make it grow. And then without further ado, let's jump into the install video. This is the light we're going to use today. It's the Barrina LED T5 integrated fixture. I actually bought a smaller one, not the same brand, but they connect to the same outlet. So we got here 4 inches and those are 2 inches. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to use both of them or all of them. Each box comes with 8 pieces, so I bought actually 2 of the big ones. So I already opened one. Let me show you here. This is what came in it. 8 of these light bars. They weigh absolutely nothing. Here are the hooks that's gonna stick them up into the ceiling. Some of connection wires. I'm gonna show you how my setup will be. And also here are all the connectors. And it also brought this, so like an on and off switch. I'll show you my setup. Obviously everybody's garage will be different, or every setup will be different depending if you want to turn the lights on by the switch or not. And I have one right here. Let me connect it to an outlet to show you guys how it lights up. Okay, and we're gonna hit the switch here and it lights up pretty good. I mean, It looks great. You can see immediately how the shadow is in the back, and look at the floor now. It lights up pretty nice. How many of them will I use? I have no idea yet. So I'm gonna figure it out the pattern right now, and then we'll get going. Okay, here are the 8 lights. Here are all the hardware. They came in small packages. I just opened everything up. It comes with 2 screws, 1 little clamp. Each light will use 2 clamps. Obviously there's no specific rule, but you know, just spread them out nicely. This little plastic right here, that will unite the 2 lights together. If you look here, this one is tucked in, this one you just push it in, and then it will connect them one to each other. Certain areas you might be using this. When I need to make like a L-shaped thing, which for the design that I have in mind, I will be using this cable. I will see how I can hide. As you guys may know, I don't like to see a lot of cables around, so I see how I can hide that one. And this is to connect it on and off. So I have this one. It's like a 2-pack that I got from Amazon, outlet socket. I'm gonna add this one right here real quick. There it is. Everything is hooked up. I'm just gonna test the light. I did not cut any electricity right now. The fuse box is still right there, so let's hit it on. Okay, let's check it. Good, everything's working great. That's where we got our electricity. Okay, this will be the design. And if you can see very closely, this last one I used with the 2 feet instead of the 4 feet, just because it will be a little bit more leveled where I'm gonna get the electricity from. Obviously I went ahead and make sure that everything is working. It lights up very nice. The color is pretty much the same, so perfect. Let's continue. From this angle, you guys can actually see how uneven the ceiling is. It doesn't matter because the small gaps, I will just fill it in. I'm very meticulous with the things I do, so you guys know me. Let's get started. That's real time how you pretty much stick them together. As long as you get every screw in the correct position, everything is fairly easy, honestly. Let's put the other 2 in pretty much real time. There we go. There you go. 4 lights in real time. Let's continue. In case you guys were wondering which laser light I use, it's a home DIY one. There's a pin right here. There's another pin right here. This thing is pretty much lightweight. You set up the degree where you want the laser lights to be on. I have mine set at 90 degrees. And you press this button in and everything lights up. Look how easy it is. So once you light up, there you go. Simple and easy. I'll leave the link down in the description for you guys. The last light is on. If you guys were wondering how the top part of my shelves look like, pretty much plywood. I did not stain them, I did not paint it, I didn't do anything to it. I mean, it can get scratched from moving these bins. This one is heavy right now, so I just had to take one off to set up the light right there, which, by the way, is lining up right here. And let's go to the last row. Okay guys, I went to Home Depot to grab these cable ties and cable clamps, and I already had a hammer. Look at all this mess of wires. So that's what I'm gonna fix next. Okay, basically this is what I did. The hanging one, I wrapped them together. Then if you can see, there's a little bit of a gap on top of the light. I ran one on top and hooked it, and that holds it pretty much steady in position. And then you do the other one on top. If you touch it, it's loose, but it's not gonna fall down by any means necessary. So that's how I'm gonna hide that one. And these other two will have a slightly different method. I'll show you. You can see here, these are the clamps. You just hammer them in. I used 2 over there and 3 on this side. Over here in the center, I took the light bulb out. There's no need. These lights are more than enough. If I ever want to go back to that system, I just turn the switch there off, switch the other one over there off, and put the light bulb back in. But I don't see why I would do that. And there's no need of extra light in here. This is more than enough. Man, everything is looking so much nicer. Look at the shine on the car. Oof. How the light reflects on the car is amazing. It's phenomenal. Very similar feeling when I built these shelves. Man, these shelves look badass. You guys need to go back and see part 2 of the garage restoration. These shelves has around 50,000 views as we speak. Also, you guys can go back and see part 3, see how I installed this hose rail. It's pretty close to invisible. The leftover of these lights, I'm gonna actually build a shed from scratch in my backyard. I'm gonna use the leftovers over there. If you guys really wanna see me create a video when I build that shed, please let me know down in the comments. Also, the garage door, man, they look horrible. I did not realize how horrible they are because I was focused on one other part of my garage. You guys can see on top the black springs. We already replaced those this year, but the panels, that's next, I guess. So also the floors, you guys saw throughout the whole video how ugly they are. I'm gonna do something about that too. So if you don't want to miss any of my future uploads, please, it's free. Support your boy. Hit the subscribe button. Also, drop a like button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Out.